My mom always said life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get.
Hey, all. Thinking about a quote by Marcus Aurelius, which, interestingly enough, I did my DNA and then I did my whole genealogy. And when I got back into the Wayback Machine, I found out that Marcus Aurelius is one of my predecessors. And I suppose if you go back far enough, you find everybody is related to everybody. But it was kind of fun to find that out, because he's a philosopher that I find inspiring. And the fact that he existed so long ago and said things that I fail to live up to today is, I suppose, in itself a little bit of a condemnation on me. And it kind of lets us know that people have been thinking about this stuff for a long time. Grandpa says, even if he's 53 generations removed, whatever it is, there is but one thing of real value, and that is to cultivate truth and justice, and to live without anger in the midst of lying and unjust men. I don't know if I can do it. I mean, I can cultivate, the whole truth and justice thing. I can do my level best. But can I do it in the middle of these liars and unjust men? I don't think I can. I used to get in trouble for, I guess they call it fisticuffs, when, and I it's not like I sought out things to fight about, but back in the day, I guess that's what you did. But if I saw, somebody treating someone else poorly, or some guy harming some woman, even if I wasn't related to them or anything, it was chivalry. Has always been an important aspect in my life. Chivalrous actions, and I can do them. I can. Can I do them without anger? I don't know. I'm not an angry person by nature, but in order for me to live in the middle of lying and unjust men, it takes so much out of you And there's often a need, I feel, for that righteous anger to rise within in order to vanquish and at least remove from power lying and unjust people. Problem, of course, is that there are always going to be more. Always. And even if you could get away with getting rid of them for a generation, which sometimes happens, you think about the fourth turning. Good men, strong men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create difficult times. And then difficult times create strong men. So, and you do these turns generationally, oftentimes regionally, where one region will have strong men and another will have weak. One will have, good times. Another one will have bad. And it's completely understandable, right? Because you learn based on your environment, and your environment is changing, and so you change, meaning humanity changes in order to function inside that environment. And I understand that. I think most people do. My problem is functioning inside of it without anger. Because how do you generate passion without love on one hand or anger on the other? It's got to come from somewhere. And the fortitude necessary to remove those kinds of people is so significant that you better be burning inside, because they ain't going to just let it go. They want that money. They want that power. Even if you don't. Even if you are a righteous individual. You just want to get rid of the bad people so that good people can prosper. That's wonderful. Number one, are you really sure you know the hearts of the people that you're helping? Or even the hearts of the people that you're getting rid of? Do you know your own heart? Human beings are difficult, are they not? But you and I know. I was once working with a guy. He was from Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. And he was just a rotten piece of trash. And I hit him so hard. And he had it coming. I mean, I knocked him out cold, and he lost a tooth, and I don't know what all. And I know it's not right. I'm a larger person, so you really should be careful when dealing with the shrailings, the little people. But he was about 5'9", and just had an attitude. And he was a liar, and he was a cheater, and he did things knowingly that hurt other people. And then he'd smile about it inside, a little sickly smile. I guess that's what I hated the worst, was the fact that he enjoyed it so much. So when the context arose and the opportunity with it, I hit him, so that I could not be held to condemnation. And God, it felt good. Not that I did it for that reason, but it felt good. I look at so much of that going on today. Nowadays, I mostly just get angry and write something or make a video. And maybe I'm going about this incorrectly. Maybe I'm supposed to be confronting people like that head on. I don't see a lot of people willing to do it, even when they have extreme amounts of power. Yeah. I'd like to think that people would band together in order to rid ourselves of individuals like that. But of course, who wants to take on that fight? Who wants to be that modern day Robespierre? But I think we need it. I mean, of course, he cut the heads off Marie Antoinette and other big chunk, about 80% of the French aristocracy fell under the guillotine or the axe. And they deserved it. Hundreds of thousands of people starved to death when it wasn't necessary. Let them eat cake. And of course, she wasn't talking about something out of a bakery with frosting on it. She was talking about when bread sometimes blows up in those old-fashioned ovens, it would cake the inside with dough, which would burn, and it'd leave behind this burnt, crispy, crackery kind of thing. And so she was basically saying, if they're hungry, let them eat that. Excuse me. So many people like that out there. And it's like the Hydra, right? You go in, cut off one head here, two more are going to pop up over there. Never get ahead. Then you got, your evil, maniacal, super wealthy people that are wanting to reduce the population of the planet by about 90% or more to sustainable levels. Of course, who do they want to be left? Them. They're going to get rid of us because we're a drain, you see. We're a drain on the natural resources of the planet. So they'd be more than happy getting rid of us. And then I was thinking of Thomas Jefferson. That only when you are alone in the wilderness, all by yourself, out there. Think of the 1700s and how you could go out into the wilderness and never see anybody else, and trying to survive out there. Only then are you free. Is there any reason? Oh, good. Oh, another yawn. Is there any reason why you wouldn't want to have a little cabin out in the middle of nowhere just to be able to get away? I know I do. Maybe someday, right? Anyway, I guess I'll leave it there. See you later, folks. I'll be chatting with yous. Bye.